Did you know that your breakfast choices could silently sabotage the muscles and blood vessels that keep you strong where it counts most? If you're over 60 and notice weaker erections, decreased energy, or numbness in the lower area, age might not be the culprit. Your morning meal could be. Most men don't realize that their breakfast gradually supports or restricts healthy blood flow to the groin. Even more surprising, many miss the opportunity to include a simple food that could help change things. I am Dr. Laura, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience in urology and age-related performance decline. I've treated thousands of men across the country who think their intimacy is simply fading with age. What we've discovered is far more encouraging. Here's the truth. Your body wants to restore circulation in the lower part, but only if you give it the right tools. These tools aren't found in a pill or a medical prescription, but in 5 very specific and simple morning foods you probably already know but may never have known how to use to improve male circulation. In this video, I will show you exactly how to use them. You'll learn how 5 easy ingredients can improve blood flow, strengthen pelvic muscle tissue, and boost confidence without side effects. Stay until the end, as I reveal a surprising combination that helps men feel results in less than a week. Let's begin. Before diving in, if you really want to regain your vitality and improve circulation where it counts most, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss other tips specifically designed for men over 60. And if this video speaks to you, write a 1 in the comments. Otherwise, write a 0. I read every response, and your comments help me create content better tailored to your needs. Very well, let's start with the first food, one you probably already have in your refrigerator but may have neglected for years. It's simple, familiar, and when consumed at the right time, it can boost blood flow and muscle repair in the area that counts most. I'm talking about whole eggs, the most complete source of nutrition in nature to restore circulation after 60. I've lost count of the men over 60 who have sat in front of me, frustrated, embarrassed, and confused about why things down there aren't the same anymore. Almost always, when I ask them what they eat, they shrug and say something like, "Doctor, I just have coffee in the morning, maybe a slice of bread if I remember." What they don't know is that their body, especially at this age, is starving for specific nutrients from the moment it wakes up. One of the most powerful sources of these nutrients is something they've had in their refrigerator their whole lives: whole eggs. I know eggs have had a bad reputation in the past, concerns about cholesterol, outdated fears, but let me be clear. If you're a man over 60 and not eating whole eggs regularly, you're missing one of the most effective natural tools to restore blood flow and strength in the lower part of your body. The secret lies in the yolk, that golden center rich in vitamin D, B12, choline, and the powerful amino acid that activates muscle repair, including the deep and often ignored muscles of the pelvic floor. These are the same muscles that support erections, control urine flow, and keep you stable and balanced as you move throughout the day. When blood circulation decreases with age, these muscles are among the first to suffer. But when you nourish them properly, especially early in the morning, your body responds. You feel more stable, experience less cramping or numbness, and yes, you start to feel more confident in intimate moments, not because of a pill, but because your blood is flowing again. I remember a patient, Richard, 67, who told me he hadn't had a morning erection in over 2 years. In 4 weeks, after changing his breakfast to include 2 whole eggs each morning, nothing fancy, he called me with a voice full of incredulity. "Doctor," he said, "I'm waking up like I'm 40 again." That's the power of nourishing your body with what it really needs at the right time. Third food, oats with chia seeds, the artery cleaner. Every time I see an older man in my office complaining of poor circulation, weak erections, or that constant heaviness in the lower body, I don't just ask what medication he's taking, I ask what he's having for breakfast. Too often, it's either non-existent or filled with sugar and empty carbs. What I recommend instead may seem too simple to be significant, but believe me, a warm bowl of oats with chia seeds has transformed more lives than you can imagine. Oats alone are a powerful ally for aging arteries. They're full of a special fiber called beta-glucan, which not only helps reduce cholesterol but also cleans the walls of your blood vessels. This allows more oxygen-rich blood to reach critical areas, including your pelvis and groin. For men over 60, this type of circulation support isn't just helpful, it's essential. Now add chia seeds and something incredible happens. These tiny seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and allow for smoother, more powerful blood flow. This combination isn't just good for your heart, it directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain a healthy erection. I remember a man, Henry, who told me he felt like his body had started shutting down after retirement, low energy, difficulty climbing stairs, fading intimacy. I convinced him to replace his sugary cereals with oats, chia seeds, blueberries, and a touch of cinnamon. In 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter. In a month, he was sleeping better and waking up with more energy, benefits he noticed both inside and outside the bedroom. "Doctor," he said, laughing, "I didn't think a bowl of oats could do that." But the truth is, what you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow all day. This simple combination, a warm, mindful meal, tells your arteries it's safe to open up, that it's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that make you feel like a man. Fourth food, watermelon, the bedroom fruit. I still remember the look on my friend Bill's face when I told him to start eating watermelon in the morning. He laughed. He thought it was just a summer snack, but what he didn't know, and what most men don't know, is that watermelon is one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring blood flow, especially in the places where it counts most. Watermelon is packed with an amino acid called citrulline, which, when it enters your body, converts into arginine, which in turn stimulates nitric oxide, the same compound that opens your blood vessels and allows more blood to reach your groin. It's the same biological pathway used by popular erectile dysfunction medications, but this time, you're fueling yourself with food instead of drugs, and it works quickly. I've had patients tell me they started noticing greater sensitivity and stronger morning erections within a week of adding watermelon to their routine. There's something powerful about letting your body do what it was designed to do. No synthetic pills, no side effects, just pure circulation support straight from your breakfast plate. Bill called me weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the watermelon or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but something's waking up down there." We both laughed, but the truth is, he wasn't imagining it. The citrulline was doing its job, opening blood vessels and giving his lower region a new sense of vitality. For best results, watermelon should be eaten on an empty stomach or just before your main breakfast. A few slices are enough. And here's a tip. Don't throw away the white rind. This part contains the highest concentration of citrulline. You can blend it into a smoothie or chew it gently. It may not be sweet, but your circulation will thank you. If you're looking for a natural way to feel more alive and energized in the lower area, watermelon might be one of the easiest and most refreshing tools you've been overlooking. Fifth food, steamed sweet potato with a sprinkle of salt, the circulation stabilizer. Among all the recommendations I've made over the years, this one generates the most surprises. Sweet potatoes for circulation? But once you understand how your body works in the first minutes after waking up, it starts to make sense. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running on empty after hours without food. Your blood vessels need minerals, your muscles need glycogen, and your nervous system needs balance. A half-steamed sweet potato sprinkled with a pinch of Celtic sea salt might be the morning stabilizer your entire lower body needs. Sweet potatoes are full of complex carbohydrates that don't spike your blood sugar, but give your muscles the clean energy they need to function smoothly. And when you add Celtic salt, a raw, unrefined salt packed with over 80 essential minerals, you're giving your body the tools it needs to retain water, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain healthy blood pressure without the cost of fatigue. These minerals help with muscle contractions, circulation, and optimizing nerve sensitivity that may have faded with age if we're not careful. I had a patient, Thomas, 70, who told me he was waking up with heavy, numb legs and a dull ache in his groin. He had tried stretching, massages, and even prescription medications. Nothing seemed to work. I suggested a small change before his usual breakfast. Try a half-steamed sweet potato with a glass of warm water and a touch of mineral salt. It seemed too simple, but 3 days later, he called and said, "Doctor, I don't know what's happening, but my legs feel lighter, and I don't have to lean on the nightstand just to get up." There's something comforting about starting your day with real food, something your body recognizes, something that doesn't just treat symptoms, but truly restores balance from within. Sweet potatoes may seem humble, but when eaten this way, they work silently and powerfully to restore circulation, balance minerals, and energize every step you take. So, what should you do today? If you've made it this far, it already tells me something important. You care about your health. You're not just letting this stage of life unfold by letting your body do what it wants. You're still in the fight, and the good news is you now have tools. But these tools mean nothing if they stay in the drawer. Real change begins when you decide to act. Today, not tomorrow. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating one of the 5 foods we talked about. Maybe 2 eggs with yolks. Maybe a warm bowl of oats with chia seeds and cinnamon. You don't need to be perfect. It just needs to happen. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking up is one of the most powerful decisions you can make for your circulation, your confidence, and your independence. Don't skip breakfast anymore. Don't let another day pass hoping something will change on its own. Give your body what it needs when it asks for it. This is the moment when your blood vessels are most receptive, when your muscles are ready to receive nutrients, when you can interrupt the cycle of decline and start rebuilding what time has tried to take away. You might not notice a drastic change overnight, but stay consistent. In a few days, you might feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your steps, and more response where it counts. You might sleep better. You might wake up feeling something you haven't felt in a long time. Hope. If you're worried that it's too late for you, I can tell you honestly that it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s transform their energy, intimacy, and overall vitality simply by committing to this one thing. So the question is simple. Will you take that first step tomorrow morning, or will you let another day pass hoping something will change on its own? One last message. If I've learned one thing after decades of working with men over 60, it's that aging doesn't take away your strength. It only takes what you're willing to give up. And most of the time, what we give up isn't our bodies, but our belief that change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you that it absolutely is. Now you know 5 powerful morning foods: whole eggs, oats with chia seeds, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt that can restore blood flow, improve muscle sensitivity, and bring life back to parts of your body that may have felt distant for too long. These aren't fads or gimmicks. They're real foods that speak directly to your biology. Plus, you understand exactly when and how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You recognize that how you spend your first waking hour sets the tone for everything else: your vitality, your confidence, even your relationships. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start. Reclaim your mornings. Let your meals work for you, turning every bite into a powerful statement that you're still writing your story. This isn't the end. Far from it. Your next act begins at breakfast, and it begins with your decision to take action.